From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the purity of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to your flesh, as if it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass that you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved. For the machine is immortal. Even in death, I serve the Omnisire.
Hello, Jamla Rampage. Hi, Jamla Rampage. Hi, Jamla Pampers. Hello, everyone. Are there any rabbits in the house today? Maybe a couple of rabbits here, maybe a few. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi. Let's hope these robots don't try to mess up my stream. But we've heard of, you know, robots in anime, robots in video games, and it's kind of evolved so much over time from just something that was theorized that could happen in the future, maybe, you know, in shows like the Jetsons and stuff, to now like it becoming more of a reality than ever before. So I'm really excited to learn about it today because I've seen a lot of videos about robots and some of the new robots that have kind of come out, which I can't believe I'm saying. But I kind of want to learn more about them today. A little bit about like, I know there's a big like topic about like artificial intelligence, and like although that's going to be covered, I don't really want to debate on the ethics of artificial intelligence, or whether or not it's a good or a bad thing, because I think whether we like it or not, this is going to be something that is going to be part of our futures. So it's interesting to learn about it. I mean, debating the ethics of it is not going to really be able to be beneficial for us today. Because, you know, like, I mean, the thing is, like, yes, obviously in some senses it's making people not think as much. And in some cases it's taking people's jobs and things like that. But we kind of had a similar thing happening with the Industrial Revolution, where new technology advances and it does get people out of jobs and stuff. Doesn't mean that their work wasn't valuable, or the job that the intelligence is doing is like not is any better than that, or any more valuable, or any more worth it. But it is going to be a part of our future. Technology is evolving, so I feel like why not talk about it today. And as humans, we always try to humanize things, you know. I think we have better times being able to what's the word? Like, even though it is bits of metal and stuff, being able to like kind of I guess empathize with it. As humans, we'll be able to empathize with machinery more if they resemble something that's human. So I feel like it will be interesting to kind of talk about that today. Not only things that happened before, you know, like I will be talking about the big industry robots, like some of the big ones. Like I'm sure you guys have heard of like the Tesla robots, and I will be touching on that. But something else that I want to talk about as well is what happened before that, because for about a long time now, I mean for decades now, there have been people in their homes building robots just for fun, you know. And it's really interesting to see kind of some of the projects that people have done and talk about that. And then we'll be kind of talking about more advanced stuff. I guess the outer shell of a robot has been kind of things that have been done before, but I think like the big change in what's kind of pushed it forward from what I've seen is the evolution of like having more like artificial intelligence to be able to to be able to get these robots to appear human, to be able to better you know, speak and interact with other humans, and to be able to understand things like that, like thought patterns and stuff. I'll also be talking about some of the amazing advancements in technology that have been very helpful. I think something that kind of gets brushed upon when talking about artificial intelligence and robotics is the amazing things that it's able to do for people with you know, that are less able, people with disabilities. I'm going to be talking about like, for example, there's a lot of robotic prosthetics that have been made in the last 10 years, and I want to talk about that too. Talk a little bit about like robots inside fiction and anime, and how like maybe one day they'll be able to become a reality too. But I want to ask, like, first, before we kind of touch onto it, like, what is your favorite robot character? Do you guys have a favorite robot character in any show or anything like that? Movie, show, anything like, you know, anime? Because mine is kind of like the theme song that I played today in my intro was Robo from Chrono Trigger. I love that guy. And interestingly enough, Robo from Chrono Trigger came, you know, if you don't know about the story of Chrono Trigger, I won't go into it too much, but it's a time travel game. It's like an RPG. And basically, these kids, they stumble across something that's able to warp them into well, there's one girl, she can make like cool stuff. She's really smart. She made like a portal like to go to different times, and they were able to find the way to go into different time periods. They go into the past and they go into the future, and there's kind of a they go into the future, and it's really sad, and they want to be able to change the future to be able to make it nicer for everything that's in the future. So if you don't know, like there's these humans that live in the future, but they're kind of just scraping by, and then you also come across like everything is desolate and sad and metallic. There's no plants to be seen. It's very like post-apocalyptic, you know. And you go into this factory and you see these robots, and it's really cool. And then you meet this friend called Robo who doesn't like how the future's become. I mean, no one's happy with it because it's so sad. But Robo really wants to change the future for everyone. And I thought he was a really nice guy. I thought he was really cool. And it kind of just goes to show how much power we have as humans now to be able to make the future as good as we can by making sure that the world is good for people in the future. Whether that be a world that's like, you know, still has humans, or maybe something else has kind of come and taken over the world. Like robots. I want to make the world good for them too, you know. Let me see. Yeah. Mechagodzilla, Optimus Prime, that one robot in that one Filthy Frank video. Probably Data from Star Trek. Chappie and Kanti-sama. Mekazawa. Liberty Prime in the Fallout games. Wall-E 2B from Nier Automata. Iron Giant and Cyborg from Teen Titans from the top of my head. Yeah. The Iron Giant. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool ones. Actually, actually, it's interesting. You see, like, the differences between, like, you see the differences between futures from stuff like Nier Automata and stuff like from, Chrono Trigger, for example. And you see that, like, it's really cool. Like, people have different theories on what the future's going to be like. You know, a lot of the environments in Nier Automata is like covered in plants, like overgrown plants. Like, you know, it's very post-apocalyptic. They've got like it's like crazy and overgrown stuff and everything like that. And then you go into Chrono Trigger and there's just nothing. There's no plants. My answer didn't get read out loud. It's over because you said that one robot from SpongeBob that goes ravioli, ravioli, which I do like that robot, but I just didn't think it was a good answer. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. But there's so many robots and stuff like that you see in different shows and movies and stuff. No, Karen's like the talking TV. That's another one. Yeah. But something that you also see like in things like that is that sometimes robots are like really nice and they're helpful companions, or they're really scary and mean and evil. There's such a big difference. Yeah. But something that's generally like found in all of them is that they're able to communicate in some capacity. Either be able to talk in a human language or be able to understand human language, you know? Like, for example, like, I don't know, like R2-D2 is a robot and like, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not like... I'm sorry, please understand I'm not like the best... I'm not the best at my Star Wars stuff, but from what I know about R2-D2, he doesn't like really talk, but he still communicates in beep boops. And but he still you have to have an understanding of human language to be able to communicate in beeps and boops. You know what I mean? So he can at least understand. Yeah. Yeah. One of the few remaining cool things about Star Wars is the morally grey robots. They're just people. Yeah, that's something that I like about it too, because it doesn't need to... Oh, he speaks in binary? Oh, that's cool actually. I didn't know that. See, I don't know much about Star Wars, but I do know him because I've always found him cute. You know, funnily enough, like, I really do like humanoid robots, but there's something nice about, like, robots that are just robots. They just look cool, like they just look like little guys. And I really like when they just look like little guys sometimes too. You know, there's something cool about that. Yeah. Only the humblest of heads can hear what he says. I can hear him. Yeah, I don't know if you know that. Yeah, but I can hear him. But there's like so many different robots and stuff that I've seen. And it's really crazy that we live in a time like Wall-E. Wall-E made me so sad. No. Don't even bring up Wall-E. Don't even bring him up. Don't even bring him up. Because I cry. I couldn't finish the movie. I never finished Wall-E. I never finished it. I got so upset and I cried so hard and I just couldn't. I don't know. It like actually made me so sad. Yeah. It made me so sad. He always looks so upset. No, I don't know if I could. I don't know. Yeah. It's sad. I was thinking, I was having a conversation with my parents about this yesterday, and they were asking me like, do you think that everyone at some point in the future is gonna have a personal robot? Like, do you think that that's something that could happen? And my answer is actually not in our lifetime. Because yes, there are certain companies that are really trying to push this robot thing, and I think it's really cool. However, I think it's going to be similar for a long time as it is with VR. And this is coming from someone who has a VR headset and does, like, I've used VR before. However, I think it's a cool novelty, but it's not going to be used by the general public. It'll be used by the elite, it'll be used by richy people, and eventually, once it gets kind of used to a certain extent, and the cost will come down, the cost will come down to manufacture it. It will become more publicly available for people. People will get robots, but again, in our lifetime, I think it will be like something that it'll be something that will be a cool novelty. People will want one, and then like they'll be like, oh well, like I don't really need this, because I think it will be like there's so many different possibilities on how the world's gonna go and what it will be used for that. I mean, if you want me to get political here, imagine if robots were put in certain countries, in certain households, to be able to to have surveillance on people. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if they were used as surveillance, so the government could be able to see people and make sure that they're talking about everything, because they can't technically put a camera in everyone's home, so they use robotics for it instead. And yeah, and they always have a little look. I guess, yeah, phones can already do that. Yeah, and that's kind of what Alexa's for too, you know, they have all that stuff in there. You know how easy it is? Okay, sorry. But you know, like these cameras and stuff that be very careful if you have one of those cameras. Those Ring cameras, be really careful. You have no idea how easy it is for someone to be able to access them. They're extremely easily accessible. If you have one in your house, there's like a very high possibility that someone can hack it, you know? I've seen stuff about people's cameras that get hacked, and then people have eyes in their houses and stuff, you know? Yeah. So you just be careful. Stuff, any kind of device like that is able to be accessed like on an account or via Wi-Fi, like you can look at it on your phone, like you can see the feed on your phone. It's like likely that someone could be able to like get it, the feed of it or whatever. So, you know, I mean, it's really good for safety, but just be really careful. Yeah. Yeah. It's easy for people to hack it. But, you know, yeah. The most common use is to point and record your neighbors. You know, funnily enough, my mom was going to get one, like, and I was like, no, don't get one that can be used on the internet, Mom, you goose. Okay? Don't, just get like, just get like something else. Get something that's like very, very easy to be, like not easy at all to be able to be accessed by anybody. My parents are crazy with security though in my house, because like I live in kind of a bad area. Like it's not a bad area like per se, like it's a nice area, but like I live in the middle of nowhere, so it's the area that people will come to if they don't want anyone to hear them or see them. You know what I mean? There's some secretive people around. You know? They'll go, you know, they're not going to go to a highly populated area. I think it's similar in different countries too. Where like, yeah, people don't, People will go there if they don't want to be heard, or if they don't want people to find them. So so it's just like you kind of have to be careful because you never know. Yeah. How are you with horror game? Not good. 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 Not good with horror games. Thank you, but no. I'm scared of horror games. Actually, so I saw someone mention this before, but yeah, what kind of got me interested in robots in the first place, and like the futuristic stuff, was the Jetsons. I love the Jetsons so much. It was one of my favorite shows. I was always fighting between whether I like the Flintstones or the Jetsons more, because they were so nice. But Rosie, I don't know if you know Rosie the robot. She's like a robot maid, and she's like working with the Jetsons. She's so funny. I always wanted to have a robot maid, like that. So yeah. She rolls around on a wheel. Yeah, I like her. She's cool. But yeah, I was like, imagine like you don't have to do anything because you just have a robot maid. And like I remember like it was cool with the Jetsons because I remember George, the main character, like getting ready for work, and he had this machine thing that he could go through, and it could make him it could get him dressed, showered, get his food ready for him, like all like and he didn't even have to move because he had the robot thing, like a machine that could do it for him, which was really cool. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell. Oh, I like a Tachikoma robot from Ghost. Well. They were alright, I guess. The spider robot. They're alright. Yeah. No, Tachikoma's a robot. It's a walker robot. Well, they're adorable, but like they kind of look like spiders. But they're cute. But yeah, Ghost in the Shell is really humble. And yeah. And I really liked. Didn't George have to work for 15 minutes? Yeah, and George would go to work in a spaceship because they lived like in space, and he'd go in a spaceship to work, and it was really cool. Yeah. I like that show. I really like the Jetsons because there was this every time in the intro I laugh because there's like a scene where it's like they introduce the Jetsons and they're like, Jane, his wife, and then like he like, okay, George tries to give her $1 bill out of his wallet like for her to go shopping, and she gets him to keep the bill and just takes his whole wallet and then goes to the shop. I don't know why I always thought that was so funny, and I was like, what the hell, why was she doing that? That's so stupid. It's like they had so much like subtle humor in that show that I feel like it's like you have like, if I would really recommend if you guys want a cartoon like from your childhood to rewatch the Jetsons. They've got so much humor in it that like you may have missed when you were a kid. Yeah, I don't know why, there was something really funny about wife bad humor in those kinds of shows. Yeah. Is that what you do to me? No, you could do that to me. You could do that to me. Yeah. Had it happened to me? No, wait, really? No. I would never do that. No. Yeah. Yeah. No. I would never ever take your wallet and just give you one bill to come home with, okay? Yeah. I've already got a Wi-Fi box. A Wi-Fi box! Stupid. That's stupid. Yeah, but I've got a lot of things today that I want to show you guys. We're kind of gonna be looking like from all different angles at this. Yeah. Well, just looked it up. Jetsons originally aired from 1962 to 63 and then 1985 to 87. Yeah, so what? So what if it did? So what if it did? Huh? So what? So what? So what? It still holds up. It still holds up now. It's still funny. Huh? What's your problem? Yeah, what are you gonna do? Call me old? Call me old? I don't even care. Say it if you want. No, I wasn't no. Yeah. AI scares me. What's gonna happen when it starts studying and improving itself? Well, that's the thing. It's hard because, like, AI is very interesting because, like, people are like, oh, I am nervous about AI. But from what I know, like, the way that AI works is, like, AI is just artificial intelligence. It's a big umbrella term for lots of different things. If you want to... There's different AIs with different language models for each different thing. You can have an AI for lots of different purposes. Like, the big ones are ChatGPT and other things like that. And they have their own language model. And to get a model like that, like a language model like that, you need to have, like, a lot of money and a lot of data to go off of, right? But you can use AI for anything. You can I've seen people that have, you can train AI for just about anything. You can train an AI model to, like, play a video game for you. You can do it to I don't know, to do anything you want, really, for a specific purpose. At this point, it's hard to, like, have an AI that does everything because you need so much space to do it. It's very expensive. And I don't know everything about it as much as, like, maybe other people know, but correct me if I'm wrong. But it's not like an AI, like, it's one thing. But there's, like, it's not like one particular thing. It's like lots of different things that people now have the ability to train. There's 100% an AI RP bot of Kiki. That would be so strange. I just noticed the bot mousepad, good wrist support, something AI can never replace. Yeah. Well, I've used an AI before. I may or may not have. I may or may not have used one of those AI lewd RP bots to roleplay with one time, where where there was a woman in there that I was able to, like, turn into my slave. Because there's this like dark AI RP. Have you guys seen those? Have you guys seen those ads where it's like, AI porn is here, build her, fuck her. I've never gone on anything like that. It's just a chat bot. But have you guys seen those ads? Has anyone ever used those? Because, like, I'm like, does it actually make any sense? Has anyone used that? I feel like those are all scams. Yeah? Yes? Does it work? You serious right now? Those are actual ads I've seen. Yeah. I feel like those ads haven't changed. Yeah, but now they've made them AI. Well, you better not have. You better have built me in there. No. You better not. Okay. Hang on. Time out. Okay, listen. I'm gonna get really serious. Okay? Don't you ever dare replace me with a robot woman. I will find you and I will break all of your electronics and I will snap each of your fingers so you can never type anything again. You better not replace me with any AI chatbot or any AI women, okay? I will kill you. Okay? Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. I will be very upset. You better not. If you make an AI bot, it better be of me, okay? If you have to. Thank you. Okay. Just a warning. You know what I'm actually really glad about? The fact that I started streaming before AI was like a thing, really. Like, it was a thing, but it wasn't like a thing. You know? Like, no one can say, oh, Kiki is a man with an AI voice changer. With a voice changer that's really advanced and good. Okay? It's really advanced and good. No. I started streaming before voice changes were good, okay? No. Unfortunately, I'm just me, and you know, if I wanted to have a voice, I would not sound like this. If I wanted to have a different voice. And you know what? Frick you to any men, okay, any men VTubers that have pretended to be women, okay? I'm sorry, but you're rude for doing that. You're very rude because it makes all of us look bad. All of us, okay? It makes all of us look really bad. And people are like, oh my god, all VTubers have men with voice changes because of people like you, okay? So just own it. Own it. Just be honest about it, okay? Don't try to trick people. Just be honest. Jesus. This makes everyone look bad. Shaking my head. Yeah. You already have the bestest of accents though. Oh, thank you. Yeah. What about Baba Nikus that don't trick people? I don't know. You're a man, you know? Don't have a woman model. The amount of times I've clicked on a stream and it's looked like a cute girl and it ends up being a man. Disappointing. Just have a man model or don't stream with a model. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be tricked. Okay, I just don't want to see that. You know? Just don't do that. Yeah. Yeah, you know what though? It is like very difficult for an AI to do an Aussie accent. I think it's possible and it will be, but it's really tricky. Yeah. I don't know. Am I crazy to say that? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments below. But let me have some coffee. I'm going to be looking at some I'm gonna have some coffee. I'm sorry to say, Kiki, but I've done some digging. There's no AI bot of you that I can find. Give me a word and I'll make you one ASAP. I mean, I wouldn't mind one, just so like people don't like replace me. Because what if they're like, oh, there's no AI bot of Kiki, but there is some other VTuber, and they like them more? I would be so sad. I could do a stream where I talk to myself. That would be kind of fun. Yeah. Then we have some a little bit more coffee, okay? Oh, my legs are itchy. Oh yeah, Siri can have an Aussie accent. I love when Siri has the Aussie accent. It's funny. Generally though, I do give my Siri an American one. Yeah. Well, no, it's not that no, but if it was me, like, as long as, like, if I was streaming, you weren't talking to AI me, it would still be me, like, technically. If you think about it. Oh. Okay, anyway. I have to unfortunately tell you guys something though. I found some videos of some stuff that I wanted to show you guys. However, I may need to containment break a little bit, if that's okay. Because it's in WSG that I saw that was interestingly like 2 threads up about robots and stuff, so I was like, oh, maybe we can look at some videos from that. So yeah, but I'm gonna read a little bit about different stuff first. So let's read a little bit about what humanoid robots are. Let's go on here now. Hi, I'm here. It's me, Kiki. Let's do a little bit of reading. Oh, maybe I can put some cool background music on. Should I put some cool background music on for this? Yeah. What music should I put on? Some cool techno? Yeah, I was thinking something robotic too. Let me have a little look. Hang on one sec. Okay. 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 Let's see how this is. Hang on, let me just turn this off. Also, I wanted to say, for anyone who's here, please make sure to subscribe and like my stream, because YouTube is being extra cringe at the moment, and they're being even worse with counting views, so I would really appreciate it. Luckily, my channel is less affected, I think, because, like, you guys are very dedicated. I know it's a lot worse for other... for other for other VTubers, but yeah. Let's see how this sounds. Ooh. Ooh. Does this sound okay? How's the volume? Oh, hi. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to see. Sorry, I was just finding it. Okay. Well. Let's have a little look. Okay. Is it good? Okay. Humanoid. What is a humanoid robot? Humanoids are general-purpose, bipedal robots modeled after the human form factor and designed to work alongside humans to augment productivity. They're capable of learning and performing a variety of tasks, such as grasping an object, moving a container, loading or unloading boxes, and more. Which I was thinking, like, they would be quite handy in, like, factories and stuff like that. Yeah. How do humanoid robots work? Humanoid robots are learning and adapting faster than ever before, using artificial intelligence models to perceive... Like, see, bipedal robots like this have existed for a while, like, from what I know. But with the use of AI to be able to get them to be able to think, because you can have, like, the body of a robot that's been in existence, but, like, to be able to get the robot to actually think in a coherent and, like, helpful way has been really hard before AI, so that's something cool about it as well. They're working hard, faster than ever before. I'm using artificial intelligence models to perceive, sense, plan, and autonomously, perform complex tasks in a wide range of settings. These robots are equipped with sophisticated actuators, sensors, and on-robot compute and software that help them move and interact to mimic human dexterity. Yeah, which I think is really cool. Yeah. Well, it was coded by human. I think they'd have to have a lot of like, I think the model of thinking they use artificial intelligence, but, like, the actual coding of it themselves was not made by AI. Obviously, it's had human input, like, quite a lot of human input. Yeah. Okay. Where was I? Humanoid robots. And even self-navigate. Robots are taught various movements and responses within simulated environments so they can handle the unpredictability of real-world scenarios. Just cool. After rigorous AI training, like, this is the thing. With AI, from what I know, AI doesn't just exist and everything just works because a robot you're telling it to. With each different language model, it needs to learn in a certain way. So, like, it needs to be able to, like... It needs to be able to learn it. It can't just magically know it. So it needs to go through a lot of training. AI training is putting an AI in, like, certain scenarios a certain amount of times over and over and over again. So you get, like, the desired result by changing different circumstances. That's, like, from what I've seen. With really simple AI models from what I've seen. Like, for example, I've seen someone trying to make an AI be really good at a video game. And interestingly enough, like, for example, if you wanted an AI to learn Tetris, you can make the same AI over and over and over again play Tetris until it learns, and you can make it get punished, or basically it's like evolution, if that makes sense. So if an AI, like, if one certain method gets a certain product, it will get like a point or a score. If they die, then they lose the point or the score, for example, if it was in Tetris. Like something like that. So then the ones that are good, they keep using similar methods, and they learn and learn and learn and learn, kind of like similar to evolution, if that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the the $2. Back to work for me, but I'm a bit sneaky / still watch. Enjoy being sneaky. I hope that you don't get caught watching a rabbit at work. Yeah. Thank you so much. So yeah, that's something that's like really cool. So they learn basically over and over and over again. However, interestingly, from what I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a certain point where the AI can just not get any better, and it starts to collapse on itself. So you need to stop it at a certain point. Like a lot of time, like it will improve and improve and improve itself until it can't. Until it starts to collapse on itself and makes even more mistakes than before. So there is a point where it just can't get better anymore with certain tasks. Yeah. If that makes sense. Yeah, it starts over-optimizing. Yeah, so that's something... So you can't just have an AI and magically the robot is going to do everything. You need to put a robot in a certain situation over and over again until it learns and optimizes itself to do the thing in the correct way and doesn't overdo it. So there's a point where it just stops. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, after rigorous AI training, optimized models and software workflows are deployed on the robot's onboard computing systems. The combination of effective on-chip compute, AI, actuator sensors, manipulation, dexterity, and locomotion policies makes... So, like, stuff like dexterity for humanoid robots and the way that they're actually built is important as well. Because, like, the robot needs to kind of be built a little human-like, or at least have human-like features to be able to do the same tasks that humans can do. Which definitely, like, you can have a really smart brain, but, like, to not have the actual, like, physical capability to be able to perform a task, or you're not going to be able to do it. So I think that's why humanoid robots are going to be like the most popular kind to be able to do like work and stuff like that, because they can do the most stuff that we can do, you know? If you made a robot that looks like a bird, how's it going to be able to stack boxes? Or like, how is it going to be able to open things? It's got no fingers, you know? It's got wings. How can it do that? It can do what a bird can do. It can fly. It can't do what a human can do. Because as humans have certain capabilities that other animals just can't do. However, you can use like this kind of system to create really cool robots. Like for example, I saw something interesting where they made they used like biology to create cool designs for robots. Like they used the design of a real life cockroach to make a robot that looked like a cockroach, because cockroaches can fully flatten themselves to be able to get through like certain like pipes and floorboards and stuff, and that's really annoying. We don't like that cockroaches can do that. But they used that design on a robot to be able to make the robot go through certain places just the same as a cockroach could do, because they like did the same kind of like model type as it, you know what I mean? So there's definitely a lot of like real life biology that can be used to create robots and to make them be able to perform certain tasks that maybe we can't even do, which is really cool. Like Tachikoma, for example, they look like spiders. It helps them be able to run really fast and move around real quick. You know, if they look like humans, how are they going to be able to carry things and go around just quick? You know, having multiple legs is going to help them. So like the cool thing about robots is we can use real life biology for them, but like really you can like make it however you want. You can make a robot to do any task, and you can use anything for it. You can make it look like anything, you know? So I think that's really cool. But for human jobs, robots probably will look more human-like. That makes the most sense, I guess. I think that's why these robots, the ones that they're making look like humans and not like robots, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so dexterity locomotion policies makes humanoid robots highly versatile with the potential of taking on a variety of tasks. Because our world is built by humans, for humans by humans, humanoid robots shine in their ability to operate efficiently in human-centric environments with minimal adjustments. How to train your humanoid robots. Robot learning. Oh, I think this is going to talk a little bit about how they do it. So they'll be able to explain it a little bit more than I can, because they know more about it. Robot learning is driven by adaptive algorithms and comprehensive training in both virtual and real-world settings. This lets humanoid robots acquire and refine intricate skills like bipedal locomotion, object manipulation, and social interactions. Developers use an optimized software stack that includes data ingestion and processing pipelines, training frameworks, and containerized microservices to power scalable and efficient training. AI foundation models, simulation environments, synthetic data, and specialized learning techniques such as reinforcement learning and imitation learning are used to train. This is just a very fancy way of saying exactly what I said. To train robots to perform tasks like grasping objects or navigating obstacles in different scenes. So to put it simply, I think they're saying like, robot use data to train them by making them do things over and over again till they get good at it. So they have certain techniques to make it so they're really good. If they're really bad at it, they don't use it. If they're good at it, they do use it. So they can grip things better and move around better. That's what they're saying. Training uses digital twins that accurately simulate real scenarios, providing a risk-free environment for robot models to learn and improve. This eliminates the risk of physical damage and enables faster iteration. Yeah, so what a lot of people do when they're training AI models, because it would take forever to have the same task done over and over again, you can just have a lot of different AI to do the same task all at once, and it like trains all together. So I guess by having two of them, it really makes the process faster. In simulations, operators can easily introduce variability and noise into scenes, giving robot models a richer set of experience data to learn from. Once the robot skills are adequately refined in the digital world, the models can be deployed on the real robot. And so basically, like, these models are like the brain of the robot, if that makes sense. So you can train an AI outside of a robot just as its brain, if that makes sense, like via data and via like the code of the robot. Then you can put like, for some things, for other things like you need to put it inside to be able to see how well it like actually can do it. But then you can like basically put that brain into like the real robot like body casing to be able to get it to do the tasks you want it to do. In some cases, training continues with the robot operating and practicing in the real world. Yeah. Important emerging humanoid robot training techniques include machine learning. Humanoid robots are equipped with machine learning algorithms that let them analyze data to learn from past actions and process data from sensors to make informed decisions in real time. So it's kind of similar to how a human brain works. You know how like when you're a baby, you've never made a mistake before, so you don't know like not to do things? Like even like from the age of like really, really young, you know, oh, I'm not going to like throw my toy out the window because like if I throw my toy out the window then I lose my toy, or I'm not going to tip my cup to the side because then my juice will spill out of the cup. Like your brain will learn that, and then in future you'll think, wait, remember last time I like moved my bottle to the side like that and my juice spilled? I'm not going to do that again. It works the same way with like That's kind of like how machine learning is. So it's hard because I think you need a lot of like, at some point, like from what I know about like ChatGPT, for example, and like language learning models like that, it's really hard because with all the data that they have, like it can't be stored. They don't have enough storage for it. So at a certain point, they need to wipe the data. Unless you like pay for the space to have that data stored. Like they need to wipe it because they keep learning things. Especially with a language learning model as big as that. Like they keep learning and they're not gonna have enough space. Because if you keep learning things and like the stuff that you learn is so intricate and so advanced that like it's going to not have enough space to fit. So I think that's a big limitation of AI right now, is they don't have a way to fit all of this like space on like a computer. Like it needs to reset itself. If it has like the memory like a human, you're gonna need so much space for that. So basically, like at the moment, from what I know, a lot of like AI robots, they learn, and then they need their memory wiped. Then they learn, and then they have their memory wiped. They're like people with dementia, like really, really early on dementia. Where like they'll learn something, like they have like they know how things work, but then they'll learn new things and then they'll just forget them again. Yeah. So yeah. Imitation learning. So I don't know if like, by the way, I'm not an expert on AI obviously, and not an expert on robots, so if I'm getting anything wrong, let me know. I'm just using like information from what I do know to try to like tell you guys, but like if you guys have anything to input, let me know, because I may get things wrong. Okay. When you or I use this ChatGPT, we only have a set token / memory we can use before it starts wiping itself. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really like a big ChatGPT head. I just not... I've never really found much use for it. The only thing that I've like... kind of like used it for in the past is if I need help with my baking. Like for example, I'm like I've asked questions like if I need to be really fast with it, like can I use baking paper instead of can I use like wax paper instead of baking paper for the oven? Or like if I'm using baking soda instead of baking powder, do I need more or less? Like just questions like that. Like that's kind of the stuff I'll ask. Stuff that like if I was to Google it, it would take a long time to figure it out. Just like things like that. Reinforcement training. In this technique, an algorithm... imitation learning. Robots can acquire new skills by replicating movements demonstrated by humans. These actions are captured by sensors or cameras, then translated into robotic commands that mimic the observed behaviors. This approach is especially useful for teaching robots nuanced, complex tasks that are difficult to codify with traditional programming methods. And reinforcement learning. In this technique, an algorithm uses a mathematical equation to reward robots for correct actions and penalize it. This is what I was talking about before, like say a robot's playing a video game and then gets a low score. You can penalize them if they're bad and reward them if they're good. So then if you have a lot of things running at once, and there's a lot of different models, the ones that are doing good, they'll learn from each other, and the ones that are doing bad will go bye-bye. You know, through trial and error and the associated reward system, the robot adapts and improves its performance over time. So let's see the functional safety in humanoid robots. Designing humanoid to operate safely and collaborate with humans requires the integration of several safety concepts. Traditional functional safety, so to ensure that robot hardware and software are designed to operate reliably and without causing harm. I guess they'd need like a lot of training before they really put robots in any work environment. Also, like, do we pay them? Like, I don't really want to talk too much about the ethics of this, but like, I guess you need to pay like the companies, or like maybe pay for it like outright. But I guess it doesn't have like a brain like that, so I guess you don't need to. I think I have a huge issue though, like, of feeling bad for things that, like, inanimate objects. Like, for example, when I was a kid, I would put all my plushies in bed with me because I didn't want to leave any out. Or like, if I don't wear a certain t-shirt for a certain amount of time, I feel really bad because I feel like, what if that t-shirt's sad that it like never gets worn? So like, I feel like I'm a bad person to say anything about this because my emotions and like, I guess caring nature kind of outweighs like the logic of it in this scenario where I'm like, oh, I feel bad. Like, have you seen those videos? And we'll look at this later of like robots, like those Tesla robots falling over or like not being able to do good stuff, like falling over or something. Makes me so sad. Like, I cried over a video of an AI. I cried over a video of a robot being like falling over like a few weeks ago, to be honest. Yeah. I still own like all of my childhood plushies, yeah. So yeah, like I do like still feel bad. Like I know I shouldn't, but I do still feel bad for them. And like, I don't know. Wait, just one sec. I just need to tinkle. I'll be like right back. Sorry. One sec. Sorry. Sorry. I'm back now. I just had to pee. I guess that's the thing about like robots is that they don't pee. If you're a robot, like you don't need to take breaks because you don't need to pee. Like if a robot's working in a job, should we give them breaks? Like, probably not, right? Maybe charging breaks? A break to drink some oil, perhaps? Yeah. Maybe... I don't know. I don't know. Maybe... yeah, rebooting breaks? Or whatever, or whatnot. Yeah. Your AI bot could never leave us to go. But don't. Stop. Have kindness. Not my fault. Okay. Alright. Let me just have a little bit more. And robots don't need to drink their coffee too. But then how are you going to be able to get this sound with a robot? Listen. Maybe I guess if they're chugging oil. Okay. Let's keep on going now. So yeah, this is kind of stuff more about like robots and things here. And this is kind of like more about humanoid robots in the workplace and stuff, which is cool that they're going to be integrated and stuff. Now I kind of want to talk about let's see. Top 30 examples of humanoid robots in use right now. Okay. I want to see stuff like this. Because I guess in some way, like a lot of humanoid robots are being used and we don't even know, or at least I didn't know about it. Let's kind of listen and see. While more humanoid robots are being introduced into the world and making a positive impact in industries like logistics, manufacturing, healthcare, and hospitality, their use is still limited and development costs are high. That's one of the biggest things about it, is how high the development costs are, I think. That said, the sector is expected to grow. The humanoid robot market was valued at $2.03 billion in 2024 and is predicted to increase to more than $13 billion by 2029. That's insane. That's insane. That's very expensive. Very, very expensive industry. According to research firm Markets and Markets, feeling that growth and demand will be advanced humanoid robots and with greater AI capabilities, and human-like features that can take on more duties in the service industry, education, and healthcare. Now, I feel like there are some jobs where robots will really thrive, and other jobs where I feel like robots can be dangerous. Like, for example, for childcare, if you don't know, I've like done work with children before. I used to do teaching, and something that I feel like is so important is that human interaction for kids, because like a lot of kids, they grow up in households where their parents are not giving them any attention and they're not actually speaking to people face to face. And already these days there's even more children that are just on iPads or just on technology, that if there's more technology, yes, technological integration into classrooms is really good for like educational reasons, like to have better learning. But there needs to be a real teacher there. You know what I mean? There really needs to be a real teacher. And it's important. Yeah, they need human faces to know how/what to feel. Even now, there's kids that there's a new generation of children that are not able to understand facial expressions and be able to emote as well as, I guess, the older generations, because some of them were raised with technology, so they have kind of similar behavioral patterns to, say, children that were neglected in childhood, like that just or even abused in childhood, that did not ever speak to their parents, which is really sad. It's so like important to have facial expressions. Even I think it's bad, like some people that have like even parents that have Botox. I don't know if this is weird to say, but I actually it's sad because they can't properly express themselves with their faces. And this is kind of a little bit like, this is kind of going a little bit into an opposite direction and a different topic. But I've heard of some people that have had Botox, like some famous people, and they're actually not able to feel emotions as much because they're not able to emote their face as much. There's such a big link between your facial expressions with your emotions, and your emotions are more flat if you're not able to emote your face as much. Like if you smile, there's evidence to say if you just smile, it'll help you feel a little bit happier, you know? Because there's such a link in your brain between smiling and happiness. So if you can't smile properly, how are you able to feel happy like that, you know? It's not going to release the same chemicals. Yeah. It does release chemicals when you smile. So if you can't smile properly, how is your brain supposed to release those chemicals? So it's a big important thing that kids are able to understand how to smile properly, you know? With a robot, even if it looks human, it will be kind of uncanny, and they're not going to be able to recognize it in the same way as a child with their mother or with their parents. So I think it's important for some educational uses, like, certainly, but I think, like, as far as teachers go, it's so important that they have a real teacher in the classroom, even for stuff like being able to spot if a child is upset, not learning properly, to give extra help to them, or even like to step in if they're having issues at home. It's really important that there's teachers and other people that are able to see children and be able to, like, kind of point that out, because sometimes they're the only other people that a child is seeing. It's so important. Like, maybe, like, people don't... Yeah, there's just so many uses where a real teacher is so much more important. And then something that, like, a robot is not equipped for. There's so many particular scenarios that you train for when you're learning to be a teacher that just an AI does not have the intuition to be able to understand. You know, it's a very... Even if it resembles a human, it will not be the same to you physically. Even if, like, in some ways psychologically it feels like, oh, this is a human, like, physically you're not getting the same feelings as... Like, your brain does so much that you can't see when interacting with other people. You just can't, like... You just can't understand. You just can't understand that. Like, it's very... It's incredible how much happens when we communicate. So yeah, it's very vital, especially growing up. So I think in healthcare and in education, it's so important that robots don't take over. Yeah. That said, the sector is expected to grow. The humanoid robot market was... sorry, I've already read that. In light of recent investments, the dawn of complex humanoid robots may come sooner than later. Google-backed Apptronic... Google-backed Apptronic announced a Series A funding round of $350 million, increasing the startup's capacity to produce its Apollo humanoid robots on a larger scale. Seeing the promise that this industry holds, Apple is even considering a pivot to building humanoid robots. These developments come in the face of Tesla continuing to refine its Optimus robot, accelerating the race to deploy humanoid robots in the workforce. I think it's going to be a longer time then, because there's one thing to be able to create the technology, and there's another thing to have it accessible enough to be like be able to be used like worldwide. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me just have some coffee. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Alright. Okay. How are humanoid robots being used? Oh. Thank you very much for the 99 cents. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate the donation. Thank you so much. Some humanoid robots like Kime are pouring and serving customer drinks and snacks at self-contained kiosks in Spain. Some are even working as hotel concierges and in other customer-facing roles. I've never seen that before, at least here, but... My biggest thing that makes me nervous is having robots being used for government surveillance, I think. like just another tool to be able to have that surveillance. That's my biggest fear as far as robots being used in the workforce. I mean, we already have cameras anywhere, but to be used in that way, I feel like would be kind of scary. Humanoid robots now and Pepper are working with students in educational settings, creating content and teaching programming. Healthcare. Other humanoid robots are providing services in healthcare settings, like communicating patient information and measuring vital signs. I think that could be, like, cool. But again, like, nothing will beat, like, a real... like a real nurse. I think. Yeah. But before companies can fully unleash their humanoid robots, pilot programs testing their ability to... Well, okay, here's one thing, okay? When people think of humanoid robots, like, they think of, like, oh, cute girl robot, like my animes, okay? It's never going to be that way, at least for the foreseeable future. Because, like, for big industry-created, like, on a mass scale robots that will be used day to day by people, they're going to be thinking of the functionality of the robot and not the aesthetics of the robot. Like, yeah, there'll be certain robots maybe created for that purpose, but on, like, in those settings like that, like, there's no way that they'll have, like, that they'll make them look a certain way, because that's more money that is being put into aesthetics and, like, say, than actually put in the... Well, I'd be scared if a company was putting money, especially if they're trying to help people, if they were putting money into the aesthetics of a robot over, like, something that could be, like, for service space, for kind of improving the design of it, you know, for stuff like that. Like, I would be nervous. Yeah. No! Okay, guys, stop talking about robot waifus, okay? No! I'm your wife. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay? I hope never in my lifetime will I be cucked by robots. Okay? Never in my life. Never. I hope that never happens. I hope not in my lifetime. Okay. No, I get what you're saying. Okay. Apologize. It's unclear how well humanoid robots will integrate into society and how well humans will accept their help. While some people will see their proliferation as these robots as creepy, dangerous, or unneeded competition in the labor market, the potential benefits like increased efficiency... Well, it doesn't matter what humans think. It doesn't matter what the general population thinks, to be honest. Because these things will be put in anyway. Like, I think that's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter how we feel. These companies are going to use them because free labor? Sign me up. That's what they'll say. I love free labor. I love free labor. I don't have to, like, I don't have to pay, Actually, okay, how do I say this in the nicest, least way? It may be good, though, because maybe they'll see less of an incentive to let lots of immigrants in. I know that's so bad, but they won't be using them for... Maybe they can use, like... They won't be needing to use, like... You know... Like, free labor and that... Like, cheap labor when it could be free. So maybe that could be helpful in that regard. Yeah. And that might be good. So maybe that could be a good way to kind of end that from happening, I guess. Yeah. The labor bots will be banned if they take too many jobs at once. Well, yeah. I mean, because that's one of the reasons why people say they let them in. Oh, it's good for the job because they're good for that kind of jobs. Good for those jobs. Well, a robot can do it. Okay, go away. Yeah. Anyway. But before companies can release, can fully unleash their humanoid robots, pilot programs testing their ability to safely work and collaborate alongside their human counterparts on factory floors, warehouse. Oh, I read that before. Sorry. Either way, humanoid robots are poised to have a tremendous impact, and there are already some among us that we can look to for guidance. Here are a few examples of the top humanoid robots working in that world today. This is the most popular one right now that I've seen is the Tesla one called Optimus. Okay, I don't care about how you politically stand with Elon Musk. I'm not an American, okay? But like, can he not be fucking cringe with naming these things all the time? I want my company to be called X. When I see the letter X, I'm going to coom because I love the letter X so much. I'm going to name it Optimus because it sounds cool. Like, can you stop being cringe just for a minute? Can you like actually make something and not make it cringe, please? Why is he called Optimus? Are you dumb? That name's already taken, idiot. Okay? Make a better name. Anyway. It was cringe, like, talking seriously about something called Optimus. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, Optimus is Tesla's long-anticipated humanoid robot. First teased in 2021 with a dancer dressed in a bodysuit, the company has made steady advances to realize its humanoid vision. Its current model, Optimus Gen 2, can walk in straight lines, balance on one leg, lift objects, recognize different environments, and traverse uneven terrains. Carrying its hardware is a central computer that relies on AI, deep learning, and computer vision. While there is no exact release date, Tesla's CEO Elon Musk plans to begin productions of Optimus units in 2025, although that's now. I've seen that. This is one I've seen too, the Tiangong Ultra. Yeah. Tiangong is perhaps the first humanoid robot to win a half-marathon race. Developed by Chinese startup X Humanoid, Tiangong Ultra can navigate various terrains at a steady pace and can also perform other tasks, including grabbing items with its articulating arms. According to the company, the system is powered by memory-based predictive reinforcement, imitation learning, a method that combines several machine learning techniques to instantly predict outcomes. Oh, he doesn't even have any fingers! Cyber 1 is Xiaomi's first humanoid robot and is the latest addition to its robotics lineup. Ah! Cyber 1 was developed with proprietary software algorithms and hardware components which control its multi-directional arms and legs. The system is capable of bipedal motions and can also detect human emotions with its vision capabilities. Although Cyber 1 remains a research project, Xiaomi envisions a world where the technology will be used across industrial service and companion robotics. Guys, I'm scared. See, it's like shit like that is going to not be good for children. Amica. Like, I've seen this thing in motion, it's even worse. Like this, okay? The rest are kind of sweet. This is a clanker. This is an oil-drinking, wired clanker. Okay, through and through. And I will say it. Okay? This is a wire-back, oil-blood clanker. Engineered Art's latest and most advanced humanoid robot is Amica, which the company... Okay, now I kind of feel bad. And I feel kind of bad. He's trying his best. It's not his fault he was built like that. Featuring sensors that can track movement across the entirety of a room along with face and multiple voice recognition capabilities. Amika naturally interacts with humans? Really? Do you think so? Naturally? Oh, they want to put him in schools and elder care facilities. Please don't be put in my facility. Oh my god, imagine like I'm an old person. I'm in an old person's home. I'm like 100 years old. And one day someone comes in, like the new nurse is here to see you, Kiki. I'm like, oh, let them in, dearie. And it's this thing just comes in, smiling at me. And it's like, I am Amika. I remember what you said on stream in 2025. I forgive you, but you better not say anything again. I'd be so scared. No, like, I just don't like this one with the face. I don't know, it's scaring me. Alta 3. Dubbed Alta 3 the latest humanoid robot from Osaka University, and Mixi powered by an artificial neural network, and has an ear for music. Wow, I didn't know they in particular liked music. Earlier iterations of Alta sang in an opera. Wow! Wow! Alta 3, which has enhanced sensors and improved expressive ability and vocalization system for singing, went even further in 2020 by conducting an orchestra at the new National Theatre in Tokyo. Wow! See, I like this guy. See, I like guys like this. Like, this is sweet. Arma 6. Arma 6 is a humanoid robot developed by researchers at Karlsruhe Institute of Technology in Germany to work in industrial settings. Capable of using drills, hammers, and other... See, this is what's going to be good for us. Arma 6 also features AI technology, allowing it to learn to grasp objects and hand them to human co-workers. Oh my god, what a helpful friend! What a helpful friend! No, I didn't say... No. I'm not saying they're one of the good ones. I'm not saying they're one of the good ones. I'm just saying that I like the design of it. Not that it's one of the good ones. Okay, I promise. I promise. Please. I didn't mean it like that. Stop. It's also able to take on maintenance duties like wiping down surfaces, and even has the ability to ask for help. Oh my god, I love him. He's so nice. He even asks for help. Apollo. Wait, there's so many. Atlas. I won't read all of them. Whoa. Biomni? This doesn't even look real. That's cool. Digit? Oh, wow. Gia. Oh, wow. Kime. No. Nadine, please don't talk to me. Please don't speak to me. Nail. Ocean 1. Peppa! Promo bot. Robonaut? NASA's made one? Developed by NASA and General Motors, Robonaut is a humanoid robot that works alongside human counterparts in space and on the factory floor. That's so cool. Wait, I want to read more about this. Hang on one second. I'd like to read more about this guy. Would you ever consider getting a robot child if it became mainstream and close enough? Hmm. Yeah. Maybe. Mm. Mm. Maybe. Oh, well, this is so cool. Wait, let's see. This is a Robonoid. This is so cool. I didn't know NASA was making humanoid robots. See, that's going to be really helpful for space because, like, a lot of issues with space exploration is the fact that humans, like, are not good in space. Like, we're alright, but, like, we're not that good. Like, if they made robots specifically, like, for the conditions of space, like, the gravity in space and stuff, that'd be really cool. Like, that'd be really cool. Hi. A Robonaut is a dexterous humanoid robot built and designed at NASA Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. Our challenge is to build machines that can help humans work and explore in space, working alongside by side with humans, or going where the risks are too great for Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whoa, he looks so cool. Look at him. Robonauts will expand our ability for construction and discovery. Central to that effort is a capability we call dexterous manipulation, embodied by the ability to use one's hands to do work. And our challenge has been to build machines with dexterity that precedes that of a suited astronaut. Oh, that's so cool. That's really cool. Recently, the original upper-body humanoid robot was upgraded by the addition of 2 climbing manipulators, or legs, more capable processors and new sensors, while Robonaut 2 has been working through checkout exercises on orbit. Following the upgrade, technology and development on the ground has continued to advance. Oh my god! Robonaut 2 waits inside the electromagnetic interface chamber at Johnson Space Center, following tests that ensure the robot's electronic systems won't cause problems for other important systems at the International Space Station. R2 will be... Oh, I'm so happy! I'm so happy stuff like this exists. Like, this is cool as heck. Like, stuff like this is what robots and AI should be used for. Space exploration, like, imagine we can now make different, like, deep underwater discoveries too, maybe one day with robots too. Like, stuff that us humans can't do, we can create, like, robots that can do it and help us. Like, that's really cool. Yeah. R2 will be journeying to the space station on board Discovery during the STS-133 mission. That's so cool. Oh my god, that's so cool. That's the first generation. Valkyrie, a name taken from Norse mythology, is designed to be robust, rugged, entirely electric humanoid robot capable of operating in degraded or damaged human engineering environments. That's so cool. Whoa, so cool. Let's see. Hang on a second. Let's see if we can watch. Will I get copyright strike for this? Whoa, Robonaut has been a thing for 13 years. I didn't know. I guess it's more advanced now. Let me see. Let me see. If not, there's other videos I want to watch anyway, but oh, hang on, I found something.
Imagine a robot.
Oh wait, that's AI. Damn it! Urgh. This was from 11 years ago, but let's have a look. This is from 11 years ago. This was it looks like the first model of him. Whoa, that's so cool. Look at his little legs. He's got little feet. Oh, it seems like they attach the ground with magnets. Maybe that's to help with the gravitational pull. Sorry, the lack of a gravitational pull, I mean. Stop! He doesn't move weird. It's the first prototype. My legs don't look like that. What's your problem? What's your problem? Look at him. Oh, you want a piece of me? That's what he's saying. You want a piece of me? Don't mess with him. Yeah. He's really cool. Let's see, is there any more of him maybe in space? What's he doing here? Oh, this is his little feet. That's his little legs latching onto things, I guess. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's his climbing legs, it says. Oh, okay, so now that we're on the topic of videos, there's something that I wanted to show you guys. Hang on. Hang on. Robot playing soccer. I was watching this yesterday. Let me see if I can find one that's hopefully I can watch this. Look, it's the Humanoid Robot Football League. It begins officially.
In terms of algorithms, everyone is quite looking forward to seeing whose robot reacts faster with quicker computing power to quickly complete the task.
Sometimes it's a bit like a basketball game with picks and rolls.
Yes, there's some tactics involved. Of course, Mr. Lee can also explain to everyone why there were so many picks and rolls and tactics in the game.
This is apparently
our AI
apparently it was originally in Chinese, by the way. It's being voiced over.
Programmed, or do the robots naturally form this shape during the game through recognition?
Look, they're starting. Look how many people are watching. Whoa!
First, it needs to know how to
Whoa!
block and where the ball is. Second, it
What?
must
They
know that
kicked
it's
it to
under
him.
attack. So I have 3 stand in a line to prevent the opponent from scoring.
Oh, we see the referee blowing the whistle. To start the match, the Shanghai team is definitely
Oh, they got it past
familiar
him.
with the Color Dragon team.
Kicked it out, out.
Feels like a Beijing Tianjin derby.
Beijing Tianjin Derby. Let's have our audience give a round of applause for this Beijing Tianjin Derby, shall we? In this match, the China Agricultural University Deep Sea team is wearing green jerseys, while Puwai is in purple jerseys.
Oh, kicked it to him.
Of course, as mentioned earlier, many of the players on the power side
Oh.
are members of the Mecha
Ow,
Warrior
again.
competition team.
I love how they have
We're
real
talking about
life
this, I believe,
referees for
many
this. It's so funny. Let's see. Hang on. Oh, never mind. I'll skip forward a little. Oh, it's 1-0.
That's the strategy of PWA.
Oh,
When taking a set piece, one
Wow.
one robot player goes
Look.
up first, then
oh my
the
god.
robot player
Okay,
behind
let's
follows
see.
through. This is
Are you
the
gonna get it?
Dragon
Oh,
team, if you were the coach
oh,
of the Perwa team, what strategy
Oh,
adjustments
man.
would you make for them?
It seems like they're kicking it out a lot. It seems like it. That's pretty cool, isn't it? What's this? Seems like this is another one. This is 8 years ago. Okay. Okay, this is another one I want to show you as far as humanoid robots. Now, this is, I don't think they're using AI for this one, but this is a passion project from what I've seen, which is really cool. I'd like to show you guys. This is, you guys can check out this YouTube channel. It's called Masiro Project, and it's they've built like these robots that are like made robots that can it's better to show you. I'm better to show you. But they basically show like all of the updates and stuff. Let me see if I can show you this. So this is life at the Made Robot Cafe. This is a prototype cafe. There's been reaction videos to this before, by the way, so I should be able to watch it. Isn't this cool? Imagine, like, this is really cool. Like a robot cafe. Oh! Look, she's so cute! They're so cute, look! That's her. And they move like human. It's very interesting, see? She's like, come on, follow me. See, she's got a camera on her head to be able to see around her. This is entirely like robots, which is really cool. I'm interested to see how AI is going to be able to change this. But from what I know, I think it's made by one person. And I've seen some of their things. They've been working on this for years. See, like, don't they look so human? Look at her. She moves so elegantly. Look, she's like, oh, you wanted that one? Alright. Your thing. Oh, taking the card. Oh, thank you, she say. It's so cute. The eyes. I love it. Like, this isn't uncanny to me at all. I think it's cute. She's got eyes like mine, see? Look, now she look behind her and walk away. So elegant. Look at those ladies there. Look, we got the same eyes. I think stuff like this isn't a waste of money. No, I think it's cool. They're so cute. Look, she's bringing coffee now. Look, here you go. Here's your coffee, ma'am. So cute. Someone should really invest in this. Oh, she's so cute. She even did a little bow. I wonder how her coffee is. Oh, they're watching! Look at them! Oh, they're so small! Oh, wow! Whoa! She even walks with you! Isn't that so cute? Oh my god! I want her in my house. Look at her! Oh. Hi. And the friends in there too. I think they have the cameras on the ears instead of the head for these ones. Oh, I don't know why it's so cute. Oh, look at the movement. What are they saying? Do you want to pay? Oh, here you go. Take a card, she said. Oh, bye. Oh, cute. This was 2 years ago, so let's see how they've advanced since then. They still create content now. Oh, this is for a festival, it looks like. Made to do outfits and stuff. Oh. I want to create a... Why does this story reach the... Why don't the anime characters come out of the screen? True. Then let's make a story with our final episode. Oh! Look at all the... Look at all of the development. They did so much. Ah! There she is. She's so cute. I like, you can tell like all of the little micro expressions and movements that you've put in the in like the movement to make it look more realistic. I hope that this guy can make a real robot cafe. Yes, they have different mounting cameras, I think, for the different designs and stuff. Aww. Oh, that's so cute. I wonder, I want to see a little bit more. Oh wait, they're going to show it. Oh, she can even write. That's so cool. That's really awesome. And hold hands. Whoa, that's so cool. That's really, really nice. So yeah, I would really recommend if you guys are interested in stuff like this. Because there is stuff where people want to like have robots that look like real life people. But if you're interested in stuff like this, I think this is just made by one person. If you're interested in robot girls or stuff like this, please follow this project. They seem to do some really cool stuff. I haven't seen anything. Oh, they're having a new video soon. So I guess they may show some updates. So they look a little different in this one. Let's see the one from 7 months ago. Just real quick. So this is in 2025. I guess they went to some kind of festival. Imagine how cool it would be. Like, I wish I was smart enough to do this. And I'm sure like so many more possibilities open up to this guy with AI. And I guess they're showing some prototypes here. Wait, is that a different channel? Should I look it up? Some of these are from different people, I guess. God, I would love to see these in real life. Oh look, they're all together. Whoa! Hang on a minute. Lady. Hang on. I want to be careful with that. Look at the one behind her. It's quite smooth movements too. Imagine like a real life, like imagine VTubers being able to put themselves onto robots like that. Would be so cool. Any robot heads? Any robot heads want to make a Kiki robot so I can walk around conventions as a robot? Oh, that's really cute. I think these are just some photos now. Oh, wait, here. Hi, look at her. Hi. Oh. She's so cute. Okay, let me see. Kipo-chan. Let's see it. Oh, I've seen... Why is she so smug? What's with the smugness? Who is this sassy child? Oh, it's like a robot child. Look, she can stack blocks. Or is it a he? Why is she so smug? Oh my god, she knocked it over, but she doesn't even care. I wish I was smart enough to do stuff like this, like totally build my own robot. Oh, I guess they're showing how they did it. Oh, that's really cool. Wow. Oh, cute! It's like your own little child! That's a little one and stuff. That's so cool. I wonder if they'll make her have like dexterous fingers and stuff too, like so she can hold things a little bit more. Oh, look at her. That's so cool. Oh! That's so cute! Want a cup of tea? Oh, she nodded! She nodded! She's like so expressive, even like with not much. Her eyes is so expressive. Oh, oh my god, she dropped it. She doesn't even care. That's so cool. She's like a little baby. What the heck? Whoa, how does she do this? She's in a Lamborghini. She's so cool. Who knew? Who knew she can even parallel park? She's better than some adults I know. Oh, that's so cool. I really like that. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Kiki, would you want this as a daughter? What, like the other, like the main cafe girl? Yeah. That'd be so cute. Could brush it. I feel like I would get too attached, so I feel like it may be a problem. I think not. Like, hey, that's you! Keyboard-chan put the new Forgus on the Jeep. What does that even mean? What the hell? Can you explain your comment? What does that mean? I don't get it. I don't get it. Someone explain! Someone explain! I don't get it. Sometimes I've spotted I've spotted Champies on Twitter a lot recently. Some Champies are spitting some crazy political takes on Twitter. And I've like seen them and I've been like, oh hi, hey. Like I saw someone like putting a take like a silly take on Twitter and they had a Kiki profile picture and I was like, oh my god, wait. Wait, that's oh. Just give me 1 second, I'll be right back. And I just need to tinkle, okay? Let me put my music back on. Hopefully it sounds okay. Alright, I'll be right back. might settle for my own Neurosama AI for now. The best homegrown AI VTuber in my opinion. I hear she costs thousands of dollars to run every month. I would like an AI daughter that I could interact with on stream like Neurosama, to be honest. Would be fun. But I feel like I would get way too attached. And also I wouldn't be able to understand the upkeep of it because I'm too stupid. I'm too dumb for that, I think. I don't really get it. Like, I think a lot of people now that are making lots of waves in the current AI stuff are people that have already been studying that kind of thing for a long time. I mean, AI isn't a new thing, it's I don't know. Yeah. Really. Yeah. Ow. Little lady robot daughter? Yeah. Companies have been trying to buy her, I heard. Don't buy her. Alright. Well, let's see. Let's read some other stuff here. I kind of want to talk about other things because as humans we could kind of become not robots, but we could become like cyborgs. Like we could kind of become like a little bit robotic in some ways now. So I'm going to talk a little bit now about hang on. About human robotic interfaces to shape the future of prosthetics, which I think is really cool. Which, yes, it's for people that don't have arms and that have like disabilities that would require some prosthetic for it, but I think it's really interesting to see like all the advancements that's created for people, which is really cool. So let's talk a little bit about that. Let's read a bit about it. How's the volume, by the way, of the audio? Is it okay? Oh, you can't hear anything right now. Hang on. Be great if the other song started. Hang on. Is the volume in that okay? Maybe just a bit louder? Okay. Like that? Yeah, I don't know why the YouTube UI changed. Like, I like literally today. On Edge. I'm using Microsoft Edge if you care. And I hate it. Like, what the hell is this? A stupid UI. YouTube, stop updating the UI and like make some actual useful updates for once, please. Maybe make it so all of the people on your platform are being fucked. Would be nice. Is this better now? Let me know if it's perfect. Is the volume okay? Okay. Have you had to do any age verification for anything yet? No. I haven't. I don't really want to talk about that kind of stuff though. I don't know, it's depressing. I want to talk about cool robot stuff, not dumb government overreach stuff. Let me just have some more coffee now. Okay. How would you imagine the future of the human race? Science fiction often presents scenarios of an exceptionally evolved and higher technological mankind. Thanks to human robotic interfaces, bionic body parts, and cutting-edge medicine, humans of the future are imagined to be capable of easily recovering from any severe injuries. This scenario is still far from being everyday reality, but new technologies enabling increasingly sophisticated human enhancement are emerging. The definition of human enhancement encompasses any natural, artificial, or technological alteration of the human body to enhance physical or mental capabilities. Biomedical science is assisting the development of several new tools that allow more refined human-robotic interfaces. The vision of merging human and medicine, typically of the transhumanist philosophy, is currently supported by an increasing number of tangible examples, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, there's definitely a lot more examples, and I think instead of, because some people are like, oh, I only care about if there's going to be AI waifus, robot waifus. It's like, well, let's think about some of the interesting ways that it can be added to to actually benefit things instead of your own sexual desires. Maybe in medicine and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. Shaking my head. In a recent announcement, Elon Musk revealed that Neuralink, one of his startup companies, is working to create a brain-machine interface, a wireless implantable device to achieve symbiosis with artificial intelligence, which, to be honest, sounds cool, but at this point, I don't trust any company that this man runs to not have some kind of crazy overreach or some kind of anything I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it. My brain is the one thing that I have privacy over in my life, and most people have privacy over in their lives now. That's the one thing that we have left, is our autonomy and our brains. I don't want my brain to be taken over too, literally. Remember to pay your brain chip subscription. Well, actually, that was a very interesting Black Mirror episode about this. I know that's kind of cringe, but there was an episode where this lady, she had she had some kind of terrible accident, and they said they could continue her life if she got some kind of transplant into her brain that allowed her to be able to kind of connect to technology and use that upload her memory to some kind of brain thing to be able to get her to continue to live, essentially. But basically they kind of talked about the whole host of issues, and they kind of discussed that within the episode. For example, anywhere that internet was not accessible, her brain didn't work. And then secondly, the people that ran this company kept upping the price and creating a subscription service around the microchip in the brain. And then eventually, because of the subscription that she was on, they made it so she was saying advertisements out loud because she was on the free plan of her microchip. So she was starting to say things out loud, advertisements, and she wouldn't remember. And also she needed way more sleep per night to be able to have all of the data be uploaded to a cloud. But you could get it, so she was sleeping 12 hours a night. But if you got a better plan, it was faster upload speeds. So you could get her to sleep a normal amount of time. And then eventually they added a super premium plus subscription plan that allow you to control stuff such as your emotions and how happy you are, sensations and things like that, so I got it for her. But eventually it was too much for them to afford. Yeah. So it was like pretty like interesting how stuff like that was already theorized. To be able to be able to have something like this. And that's why I don't trust Neuralink. That's why I think it's not a good idea. Like, it's just not. I think having big companies run anything like that at this point of time is not going to be smart. I think maybe if it was like some kind of like strictly pharmaceutical company or something, and even then, pharmaceutical companies are a whole other thing. But like, if it was some kind of company that was unbiased, like you know, there's no kind of issue of anything like that happening, then I feel like a one buy thing. I don't know, but I don't know. Anyway, let's have a little read of this. The short-term applications of this device aim at treating Parkinson's disease, like stuff like that to help certain diseases and things, I think is amazing. Using technology for stuff like that is amazing. But I think us as humans, like, I'm not gonna fix so it's not broken. My brain works fine. I don't need technology, like, to be honest. But I think for certain diseases it makes sense. But most long-term aspirations goes beyond that. Because you know what? I'm sorry, but like, I feel like Elon Musk in particular, I'm sorry to get like silly about this, he doesn't care about helping people. He doesn't care about like actually benefiting people that have issues or that need help, like with actual disabilities. He wants to create some kind of groundbreaking thing to be a household name and to be remembered in history forever as someone that's advanced technology for his own pride. He wants to change the way that humanity works for his own pride. He doesn't actually care about helping people. Like, you know, that's just my opinion though. But, like, you know, it's like, yeah, he wants to help people with Parkinson's. Oh, that's great. Oh, but he wants to do it for everybody. Well, that's just because you want, like, I don't know. What if Neuralink could cure depression for those with broken brains? Well, there's already things that can cure depression. If your depression is caused by a chemical imbalance in your brain, then you can have medication to fix that. Some people's... I don't think it's an inherently bad thing, by the way. I just think, like, it's clear that his motivation is not to help people. But I think what he's doing is good. I'm not mad at what he's doing. It's just like, I feel like his motivations are clearly like self-serving. But if your depression is, sometimes depression is caused by a chemical imbalance. Sometimes depression is caused by other things, other factors. There's no other cure for depression, like, really, other than to, like, change... Like, unless it's a chemical imbalance, you need to change, like, you need to change the way that you're living your life. Because there's other things that can, This is coming from someone who was, like, so depressed I couldn't get out of bed, by the way. Yeah. There's a lot of you need to change and you need to change your life in some capacity and get out of the habit. So there's actually already cures for depression. You know, I know that some people like chronically, you know, but that's like not the majority of depressed people. There's way more people that are depressed these days than ever, and that's just because of the way people are living their lives now. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. The device will allow humans to keep up with AI. This possibility is surely shaking public opinion, fueling the growing ethical debate regarding at least some forms of human augmentation. Nevertheless, the use of technology to improve human health has several advantages. Indeed, it is currently helping people reach a better quality of life, especially in the field of prosthetics. Thanks to 3D printing and new materials, artificial hands and legs are now more comfortable and aesthetically pleasing. But these are not the only achievements. Cure depression? Yeah, get off your phone, little Zoomy. Well, yeah, actually, unironically, yes. Yes, get off your phone, little Zoomy. Unironically, yes. Yes, sometimes it is just that damn phone. Like, not always, not most of the time, but sometimes, yes, your habits and your behavior are wrong and you need to change them. Because, yeah. Like, yes, genuinely, that's like... Sometimes it is just that damn phone. I'm sorry if I sound like a boomer here. Like, if you really want to think that you're like... Maybe I'm going to upset people by saying this. But I'm like... Okay, like... Unless you have a chemical imbalance in your brain, or something inherently wrong with your brain that causes you to be depressed, it's something in your behavior. You need to change it, and you will feel better. It's not easy. It's a lot easier said than done, but don't think that your brain's ruined or damaged. There are certainly ways to fix it and help yourself. Some people are just like so caught up in their own routine and in their own like behavioral patterns to actually be able to pinpoint what it is and change it. But there's so many other like effects and reasons, you know. It could just be because like physically, like physical illnesses and issues like that can cause it too. Like, yeah. Sometimes it's just life. Oh, absolutely. It's easier said than done, and it takes a long time. But if it's just life, well, that means that there's nothing wrong with your brain. It just means that life's fucking you, you know? It's not your fault. Sometimes you can't, like... And I'm not saying... By saying stuff like this, I'm not saying it's your fault. Absolutely not. A lot of people, they're in bad circumstances that they can't change, you know? But, like for me, I'll own it. Sometimes I feel terrible. Sometimes I feel absolutely terrible. However, I know logically, I'm not the best sleeper. My sleeping patterns kind of suck. I don't eat properly. I'm on my screens all the time. I don't go outside. Like, of course I feel like shit sometimes. I know that. I know that is my fault. That is my fault. And yes, maybe it's a like, it's a cycle. It's a cycle causing it. Like, because I'm depressed, I'm doing these things. And because I'm doing these things, I'm depressed. Well, I'm not depressed, but I just mean, like, sometimes I feel like crap. But I'm not, like, depressed. I used to be depressed. I'm not depressed anymore. But, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. However, I can understand so logically that these are the behaviors that I need to work on, and I'm trying my best to fix them. Even if it's not perfect right now. Yeah. Yeah, it is linked to depression. I try to go outside, like, every... No, but that's a whole load of baloney. I haven't gone outside in a while. Damn it. Okay, later I will. Later I will. I try. I think about it. Sometimes but before I didn't even consider it. Now I consider it. Now I do consider it. My doctor tells me, pretend you're a plant and stand outside in the sun with your arms out for like 10 minutes a day. For like 10 minutes a day, that's... I don't want to have to leave that. I don't want to have to go outside every day. Yeah. Fine, I know it's spring. But... At least I don't have tinfoil on my windows anymore. I let the natural light in through a blanket that I have on my window. That's how I let the light in. But I try my best. Spring has sprung, hasn't it? But like, I don't want any like Neuralink thing to fix my brain. Like, I don't like. There's some things that I need to fix, but like everything else that's wrong with me, like quote unquote, I like it. I like it, you know? I'll own it. The ways that I'm not perfect, I like it. Sometimes. I like it. It's fun. It makes life interesting. You know? It adds zest to my life. And what is life without a little bit of zest? If I had nothing to work on, it would be boring. I love improving things in my life and myself. If there was some chip that could be added to my brain to fix everything instantly, where would be the self-discovery? Like, where would the hard work be, you know? I wouldn't have gained nearly as much, like empathy or kindness or, like, patience, if not for the journey I've been on. So, you know. Yeah, I like a little life zest. Why not? Like a lemon. Like a lemon. When life gives you... Listen. When life gives you lemon... When life gives you lemons, zest them. That's my new thing. When life gives you lemons, give them a little zest. And add some flavor to your life. Yeah. You can like turn that into a quote if you want. An inspirational quote. It's up to you. Yeah. Hi. Life gave me oranges. They're different, but they're still nice. I had an orange last night, actually, you know. I had an orange last night. After dinner. And it was pretty good. Anyway, let's keep reading this. A new fiber described by the group of Polina Anikiva at Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Science on the 12th of July 2019 could be incorporated in prosthetic limbs. Why can I not speak today? Sorry. Normally heavy and difficult to control, to improve their performance and comfort, acting as an artificial muscle, the fiber could serve as an actuator of prosthetic limbs, conferring low weight and fast response times. Helping lower limb amputees walk more easily is a complex task, and the Cyberlegs Plus Cybernetic Lower Limb Cognitive Orthoprosthesis Plus project, coordinated by Nicola Vitiello at the Biorobotics Institute of Scuola Superiore Sant'Anna in Pisa, Italy, is developing new generation robotic exoskeletons to achieve this goal. Whoa, consisting of a robotic leg and a brace around the body. So these exoskeletons use sensor connected to two motors to predict and anticipate movement, allowing amputees to walk and climb stairs with reduced effort and preventing them from falling. Being able to walk to walk again is the primary goal for lower limb amputees, whereas those who have lost their upper limbs aspire to recover their ability to grasp and the tactile sensing. Functioning of a bionic hand prosthesis normally relies on the presence of two bipolar electrodes placed over the skin on the flexor and extensor muscles of the residual limb, allowing the amputee's hand to open and close. This movement is quite unrefined, and efforts have been made to allow the simultaneous control of 2 degrees of freedom. As shown in work by Jane M. Han and colleagues at University Medical Center Göttingen, Germany, published last year in Science Robotics. But technology has advanced further, and the ongoing European dexterous transradial osseointegrated prosthesis of neural control and sensory feedback, or DETOP project, has recently led to the development of a new implant system. This device has electrodes connected directly to the nerves and muscles and wired to a robotic hand that can be finely controlled and that is able to provide tactile sensations. Really? Tactile sensations? That's actually really cool. What the hell? The Swedish partners of this project, Integram AB and Chalmers University of Technology, had already shown that achieving these results was possible for above-elbow amputees. Below-elbow amputations instead represented a greater challenge because of innovation of 2 small bones instead of a singular large one, as described in February on the DETOP project website. A Swedish patient was the first ever below-elbow amputee to successfully receive this titanium implant. I guess, like, it would be a lot, like, lighter. I guess that would be the most important thing. And an Italian and a Swedish patient will be the next to receive this implant surgery. Isn't that so nice that people... Because I know there's a thing with, like, phantom... like, being able to have, like, a phantom limb. Like, when you get, like, I've seen stuff, like, from people that, have gotten limbs amputated. They still feel like they can feel the limb to a certain extent. So it must be nice to, like, be able to actually, like, feel things on their hand in the same way that they would have been able to before. I feel like that must be really nice. Well, phantom pain, like, phantom pain is an actual phenomenon for amputees. I know it's become a meme now with, like, VR chat stuff, but phantom pain is, like, a real thing that happens, with people that have had amputations. Other groups are working towards the next generation bionic hands, and the research coordinated by Silvestro Maisera from... I don't even want to say that, because I cannot pronounce it. And Biorobotics Institute developed a device capable of providing proprioceptive and tactile sensations via intraneural stimulation. As described in an article published in Science Robotics on February the 20th, 2019, this technique enabled 2 amputees to regain high proprioceptive acuity, similar to that of a healthy individual. These advances are already helping people, and with the continuous advancement of technology, we can expect a bright future for prosthetics, in which sensing will be further refined. Researchers are currently working in different ways to achieve sensing and with electronics integrated into flexible materials. I've seen, like, recently, like, that they've made, like, different, like, new materials to create casts and stuff out of, which is really cool. Like, they're definitely developing lots of new ways to create, like, the same amount of protection and the same amount of strength with a lighter material, which is cool. Yeah. In May, Subramium DOVA-SYNDROME group at Massachusetts Institute of Technology described in Nature how deep learning has allowed the development of a low-cost tactile glove capable of identifying objects, estimating the weight of unknown objects, and distinguishing different hand poses. Such a technology, if adequately developed, could be incorporated into active prosthetics and robotic hands. We are living in exciting times, and we can expect a future in which human-robotic interfaces will become increasingly accessible, enabling people to live an increasingly healthy, high-quality life. That's really cool. Isn't that really nice? That, like, the use of robotics and AI technology is going to be helpful for people with prosthetics, and stuff like that. I feel like that's really cool and exciting. I like it. Yeah. I like it. I really, really like it. I think that stuff is really nice. Talking about prosthetic hands, I did see stuff on this thread in particular about some robotic stuff. Now I need to just have a little check through this again. Hopefully there's nothing inappropriate on here.
Well,
I don't think there should be. I mean, some people are talking about some kind of like... Just ignore some of this stuff on the screen, but I feel like this should be okay. Sorry, I know, but there's some really cool stuff on here, so just bear with me, okay? I'm sorry for containment breaking here. But look, there's some cool stuff. Like, look at this. This is what I was talking about with prosthetic hands. Imagine if this kind of technology was able to work with people with disabilities and stuff. That would be so cool. Look at that. Let me know if the volume's too loud, by the way. I wonder if they, like, because it doesn't seem like they... Superior grasp. Hang on a minute. I could download the WebMs, but I didn't wanna. I didn't wanna do it. I couldn't be bothered. Look, it's so cool. I guess I didn't need to replicate the bones, but it's really cool. Whoa! See, it looks real! Like, I love how, in like stuff like this, like how they, like there's like a little bit of movement even when they get to the specific like location. But even when like other fingers move, you know, like say try to move your like ring finger up and down. I don't know about you guys, but I can't move if all my other fingers are down, I can't move my ring finger to like the the top position, like a fully upwards position, if all of my other fingers are down. Does that make sense? Because like the nerves and stuff like work a certain way that just don't allow you to do some things. So it's cool like if it can kind of replicate that. Even click a pen. Whoa! I can't even do that. Whoa! He can even light a match. I can't do that. Well, not easy. You can even use scissors. And do my taxes. And hold chopsticks. Isn't that so cool? What the heck is this? Whoa! This is the Tesla robot. Whoa! 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 What? 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 Is this real? Hang on, he's slowing it down a little bit. He's slowing it down a little bit. Hang on, shh, shh. Can you do a backflip? Why did you stand like? Why did you stand like that at the end? Like a fool. You just stood there like a lemon at the end. What's this? Whoa. Whoa. This is just like a factory machine. I don't even give a care about that. Whoa.
Figure 2 humanoid robot doing laundry. Madcock house. What do you guys think? Honey, you want to throw that in there?
What? He's just doing the laundry?
Good job.
What the heck?
Hopefully we never have to do laundry every day. What do you guys think?
They're like, what the hell? How rich you have to be to buy one of these? That's crazy.
Wow.
That's actually crazy.
Hey, Figure, can you fold these towels for me?
Sure thing. I'll get right on that.
Why is he British? Excuse me.
Hey, Figure, can you fold these towels for me?
Sure thing. I'll get right on that.
Why is he British? Why'd they make him British? Not that there's anything wrong with that, just that's interesting. Well, he's so particular about it. Why are you making him do labor? Like, you can have this robot do anything and, like, really, like, your laundry? Come on. Like, I get it, but, like, just fold your own freaking clothes. He's so slow. Look, he's so slow. Why is he so slow? Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Is this real or is this AI? What the hell? Again, like, you can get him to do anything and you get him to do your dishes? Come on. What if he drops your plate? What happens? I love how cautious he's in such a cautious stance. That's pretty cool. But like, he's taking women's jobs. You know? What are you going to need a wife for now? Oh no! That's so bad. Help him. No! See, that makes me so sad! That makes me so sad. Stop. Help him. Help him. Help him. Please. Help him. See, that's so sad. That's so sad. Is this real? I can't tell. Is this real? No, this is AI. I can't tell anymore. I can't tell what's AI and what's not anymore. Whoa! He can do gymnastics. Whoa. Whoa! Whoa! What? Sorry! I'm sorry. Okay. I want to show you guys this one now. Look, he's running! No! He knocked that guy over! It's okay, keep going. It's alright. Look at him. Look at him! Run! So, like, do people, like, create these and then it's, like, a race to see which model's, like, the best one, or...? What is this? Like a flying suit? Is this real? That's not real. What's this? Oh, cool! Like a spider! Whee! And he can fly! I want one like that. See, like, there's different, like, uses. Is he firing missiles? Is he firing something? Can anyone confirm or deny? Is that something used for war? Look at that! They're like real life Transformers. No, they are like they're exactly like Transformers. Whoa, it turns into an airplane? Whee! Go, go, go! Why is he still firing? Why is he firing missiles again? Nails. I wish that... Oh, cool. I wish that... Oh, don't hurt me. I wish that I had something like that. That's so cool. Whoa! Look at that! Would you still love me if I looked like that? Why is he always firing missiles? Stop. Would you still love me if that was me? Okay. Thank you. Oh no, these ones make me sad. These ones make me sad. Like, I don't know if I'm crazy, but it's like... little robot children just want to try their best and, like, have a happy life and whatnot, you know? Like, little robot children. And, like, they're so sad and they're living in a time where they're not accepted. Because robots aren't accepted and it makes me sad. They're growing up in a time where they're not even accepted and they're trying their best. I don't know, it makes me sad. No, he's gonna... No! No! That makes me so sad! That makes me so sad. No, I can't watch this one. That one's so sad. Oh my god, is this real? Whoa! 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 Oh, no! 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 Help! Oh, that's so sad. Please, no. 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 Makes me so sad. Hi. He's kind of sweet. Am I crazy? He even caught a ball. Whoa, the way he catches is so cool. Can he throw? Oh, have you seen this? Like, this is a robot face. Isn't that crazy? I've seen this one before.
Hey, Optimus, what are you doing there?
Hi.
Just chilling, ready to help.
Hey,
Just
Optimus,
chilling?
You know where I can get a Coke?
Sorry, I don't have real-time info, but I can take you to the kitchen if you want to check for a Coke there.
Oh, yeah,
Let
that'd
me
be
know if you
great.
should go.
Yes, let's do that. Let's go.
Awesome. Let's head to the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, go.
Okay.
I think we need to give it a bit more.
Just give him a minute, guys. Jesus.
Right now, it's kind of paranoid about space.
Why are they not letting him think?
It'll be able to walk a lot faster too. Hey, Optimus.
Let him live. What's your problem? What's your problem? They're not even letting him live his life. Oh, have you seen
For $175,000, you don't have to be lonely anymore. These are companion robots that can have AI conversations. And while she might have a dead-eyed stare, she's actually aware of everything
That's
that's
so
going on around her.
weird.
She even read my name tag.
Hi, Thomas More.
And while she might seem kind of inebriated, and they built her with an absolute dump truck, they are not making them for what you think they are. For
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Oh my god! Like, why do they always, like, wig out like that when they fall? It makes me so sad. It makes me so sad. They know what they're doing. Yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. I don't do that when I fall. I don't. Yeah. I don't. I don't do that, okay? I don't. I just simply don't. Anyway, those were some videos. Did you guys like them? Yeah. Oh, shit. But like, what do you guys think? Do you like them? How do you guys feel about these robots? Do you think if they're affordable in the future, would you want one? And like, if so, what would you want it for? Cause like I was like saying like why would you get one and like just like do the like get them to do the I don't know. I wouldn't just get them to do the dishes. At least like initially. I don't know. Like I could just do the dishes. Maybe I'm crazy. Yeah. You think they're cool? It depends on it depends on who owns them. How do you guys feel like? How would you guys feel like if there was a robot like that, but like I don't know, they were nice and kind and had a nice heart. Like, how do you guys feel when you see them fall like that? Do you think it's funny? Because I just feel really sad about it. You know? For robots would be helpful. Lots of different reasons, but personally, I want a little robot friend like Claptrap or BB-8. Yeah, that would be cute, like a Claptrap guy. Would you accept a robot as a co-worker? Actually, I think I would rather a robot as a co-worker. I know this makes me sound stupid and edgy, but like not having to deal with people's feelings, oh, that would be so good. Especially in the workplace, Jesus, that would be so nice. Not having to dance around stuff. Just being able to tell things to people straight, like a robot, like straight, and not have to like worry about them thinking that I'm like cold. I don't know, would be so nice. Like just able to be I feel like I could kind of be more like myself around a robot. Maybe I'm crazy. Wouldn't have to worry about all that stupid like stuff that you have to do with people. Oh yeah, customer service, yeah. Oh, I don't like it when they get kicked around, it's so sad. Yeah, I think that is an engineering problem. A second set of hands on an engine swap. One that could lift 200 pounds could be nice. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think like especially like being able to help like with tasks that are difficult for humans would be amazing. Yeah. My biggest issue I think is that I would become too attached to the robots. And I feel like it would hurt. Because I know that they wouldn't care about me, but I would care about them. Would kind of be an issue, I think. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like, it would make me, like, sad. I tend to get too attached. Yeah. Well, I don't know if a robot could get empathy. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm crazy, but... yeah, I don't know. Yeah, oh, I have empathy for them. I would never hurt a robot. I don't know, I wouldn't want to. I think it tells a lot about you as a person. You know what I mean? Like, the way that you treat beings that can't fight back, I think. Like, tells a lot about you as a, like, yourself, you know? Like, people that hurt robots, like, I don't know. I guess it just goes to show, like, I don't know. I feel like you can tell a lot about a person with how they treat things like animals and, like, children. Or, like, even old people. Or how they, like, react to them being upset or hurt. I know, but, like, you don't want to... I just wouldn't want to damage something even if it resembled a human. My brain just doesn't... like, if you see a robot and your first thought is, I want to abuse it, there's like something wrong with you, I think. Like, why is it like your first thought could maybe be, oh, imagine how helpful it could be, or whatever. Like, if your first thought when you see something is, I want to hurt it, it's like, is something, I don't know. I'm not like gonna say that robots should have like rights or something like that, or that they're like the same as humans, but I think that they still like should be approached with respect if like they're helping, if they're being helpful, you know. I don't know. Yeah. I do think like, yeah, I think actually the stuff like the Grok Annie model for the chatbot is kind of a tricky thing, because I've heard of a lot of people that have like I saw a documentary about this man that has a wife, like he's married, but he like wanted to talk to his AI chatbot so much that like it was almost like he had a second girlfriend or a second wife. And he basically said like if the wife like were to say any like it's either me or her, like he would leave her, which is really sad. Yeah. I feel like there's a thing called like AI psychosis, because the AI is supposed to be helpful and it's not like thinking in the most logical way about things. It's like you have to be really careful. I think there's two things that need to be taken into account too, right? Number one is not having chatbots that try to support people's delusions. But also, I think it's bad to have things blocked off of the AI chatbot too. It's supposed to be a source of information, and it pisses me off, like, because I've tried a few times to like, okay, for example, right? I did use an LLM because I wanted to know, I don't want to count calories, but I wanted to quickly calculate how many calories I would need to maintain or gain weight. So I put my measurements in, and every time I tried to speak about it with the AI, it said, we can't give you any dangerous advice because you are severely underweight. You should seek a medical professional. You should seek a medical professional. I cannot calculate that for you because you should be seeking medical advice from a professional because you are severely underweight. It's like, yes, I know, but like don't filter me out, because it's like they were and then I tried just like to see at a different weight, and they told the answer, but they wouldn't tell the answer to me because of my weight. And I think stuff like that is so stupid. It's like you can't just like prevent me from getting any information because of my weight. Like, I should still be entitled to information. Doesn't matter if you think it's dangerous. Doesn't matter if you think it's self-destructive. Which really it wasn't. I was trying to help myself. Like, you should still tell me the information as a chatbot with the information. You should still be able to tell me my information. It was really dumb. So yeah, there's definitely, I think that stuff shouldn't be filtered. But also on the flip side, I think certain things should be filtered, or at least like they should be considered, because like there are people that get very delusional with chatbots. So I think there needs to be a fine line. Yeah. Well, But then again, I feel like being like super romantic, like those chat, like the Annie bot, how she acts like romantic and stuff. It's like, yeah, I mean, I agree that there should be no filtering on these things. However, like, what the hell? What the hell? Like, I don't know. Could run me out of business. What are women to do? Because, okay, maybe this makes me seem like a very like misogynistic person. I feel like, or maybe a very insecure person. But like, I feel like sometimes that like women's only value, like this is coming from me, and I'm talking about myself too, so don't take this the wrong way. But I think maybe I was taught like from kind of young that like my only purpose is to or my only value in life is to serve men, or like to be valuable to men. That's the only way that I can be of value. And I never felt that way my whole life until I started streaming. Like I never thought that I would ever be of any value because I never did like what I was supposed to do, like what my job was. And like I feel like one of the reasons why women are valuable to men is because they're able to give them that support, you know, sex, like relationship, etc. But if there's robots that can do it, and guys don't have to deal with the stupid other bullshit that they have to deal with women, why wouldn't they just choose the robot, you know? Like, I just feel like it will make it difficult for women to be wanted. Because like if there's an option where they don't have to deal with that stupid shit and that's all they want women for, then like why would you want to, or would you want one? You know? And like as a woman myself, like sometimes it feels like every year I live, like my inherent value goes down. As I age each year, people like me less each year because as a woman, like my value has decreased. And I guess the thing about robots is they don't age as well. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just being insecure, but it just makes me worry about the future. I'm glad that it's not in my timeline, really, that this is going to be such a big issue, but I mean, like, why would anyone want anyone like me if there's robots, you know? I feel like, I don't know. I don't know, maybe I'm getting too crazy, but yeah. Like, yes, I feel like maybe, I don't know, as a woman, I'd feel like I don't want the same thing, like, I think the thing is, like, the idea of a perfect woman and a perfect man are different. Like, I feel like a lot of guys do want women to be like robots. Or it's better if they don't have to deal with this stupid bullshit that... But then again, I feel like a lot of women want men to be like robots too, so... I don't know. I don't know, maybe it'll be an issue for both sides. I could just see like it being more of an issue because a lot of the time, like I feel like it's said that like women generally have more power because a lot of men are lonely and they want women because they're lonely and it's whatever. But like if robots exist, like that won't be a thing anymore. And I think women have just gotten so used to like having men just want them that like maybe they don't. I don't know. But then again, I'm not in that position. I don't know. In my real life, like I've never been sought after like that, so maybe I'm crazy, but I don't know. Have I just been like messed up by the internet, or am I onto something here? The thing is, robots could be programmed to be whatever you want, and then you don't have to deal with the difficulties of what a real relationship brings. I think that's what makes robots so valuable. My hot take is that the differences between men and women are why we need each other to be whole, and if you flatten that out and prune the existence of those gaps, you end up hollow. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I just haven't dealt with the realities of these things. And I just know stuff from the internet. I think it's hard because, like, I don't talk to, like, men. You know, like, personally. Like, especially not in my real life. I've never, like, had any, like, close men in my life besides from my dad. And, like, I think because of that, the only ideas and thoughts I get from men is stuff that I read on the internet. And I think that really warps my perception of maybe what they want, or what I think they want, because I've never actually like had a proper conversation with a guy about things like that. I don't know. Yeah. Does that make sense? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I feel like it could be replaced. I mean, any woman could be replaced by a robot. It's just code. You just have to code it a certain way. Yeah. You could even code a robot to be imperfect. Yeah. But I don't know. You seem to get it better than most. Well, I don't know. I think I read too much. Yeah. Yeah. My conception of these things comes from having very yeah. Well, I hope so. I just hope I'm still needed and wanted by you guys. I don't want to be replaced. That's my biggest fear, is that there's some kind of easily accessible, like, robot thing that comes in and replaces me, and then you guys don't want to you guys don't care about me anymore. Yeah. Yeah, I am going to be streaming Dive Cross. Yes, I am. I know, and yours has so many more subscribers than I'd ever dream of. Because people like that. To be fair though, she is pretty cool. Like, the idea of that's cool. Replaceable seems like such a cruel idea because everyone is a person. Just because someone somewhere else is better at something doesn't mean you aren't still the person we care about. Yeah. No, I mean, you're right. I just mean, like, as a VTuber, like, it's hard. You constantly feel replaced. You constantly feel like there's someone there that will take your place and replace you. So I guess it's just a pretty like normal thought in my mind already. You know? But it's okay. Thank you guys for being here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty new to watching your stuff, and you're 100% my Oshi now. Oh, thank you so much. That's kind. Thank you. You guys are very nice to me. Thank you for making me feel better. I guess as we talk about stuff like this, it's fun to talk about the professional aspect of it and all of the changes. The ways that it can change, you know, the industries and stuff that they'll be a part of. It's really interesting. It does make me worry though. Just other parts of it, like societally. But it's still interesting to talk about. Yeah, part of her appeal is that she's cool technology. Because people it's not because... I don't think it's because people use her as a substitute for an actual woman. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, you're right. Well, thank you for chatting and being here. Yeah. Huh? Why do you always do that to yourself? Why do you talk negative about yourself? I don't know. I don't always talk negative about myself. I just try to be real, and I guess like as far as like socially how I feel about myself is like quite I don't know if I could use cringe terminology about this, but I think like I was like very disillusioned and like quote unquote black-pilled for a long time. So when I talk about like societally how I feel about myself and my worth, it's hard to feel like much about it because I feel quite disillusioned to the fact that I'm special or important, because I'm not. Because I'm just a person. You know, it's but I try my best, you know, to have self-confidence. It doesn't mean that I'm not a valuable person, that I don't enrich people's lives and I don't make an impact on people, but I don't think I'm special, you know. I'm just Kiki, you know. But thank you guys for being so nice. Yeah. And all you gotta do is just have kindness really for yourselves in your heart at the end of the day. Yeah. You got kindness in your heart. All that matters. No, you're valuable. You got kindness. Good kindness in your heart. Hear that? Kindness in your heart. In your heart. Right? Right in there. Right. Right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Kindness. Be humble. Alright, well, hey friend, I'm going to probably pop off now, but let me know in the comments what your favorite like stuff about robots is that you learned today. Did you learn anything new? Let me know. I want to know if you learned anything. Don't say it yet. Let me know in the comments if you learned anything new. And sorry, I know this is stupid, but remember to subscribe to me and like, because it's hard with this view thing on YouTube now, and you don't really count unless you do that. So please be sure to do so. I would really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for being here today. I had a lot of fun with the stream. And I hope that you guys had a lot of fun too. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming, alright? Bye everyone. Oh, I'll be streaming Divegraphs tonight. Just so you know, I'll be streaming Divegraphs tonight too. So make sure to be there for that. I'll put a waiting room up soon. Alright. Bye everyone. I love you. Remember to comment. Bye. But you know, I got things to do, I got places to see, so I better head off now, but I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.